I went to an IA event. For the first time, I saw my goal clearly. And more importantly, I realized that the path to get there was real. From that moment, I started taking things seriously. I joined every training I could. I learned from people better than me. Sometimes, with just a small suitcase, I was willing to fly all the way to Florida just to learn. I realized when you truly focus, the path becomes shorter. As a world change, I change too. I learned how to use social media, connect with more people, share more, and keep growing. Little by little, I start to see the change in myself. In 2023, I decided to join the VIP competition. With more than 250 people, something I never thought I would have the courage to do. And then I stood on a big stage in front of hundreds of people, and that day, I became the winner. From that point on, everything started to change. I had more chance to be on stage, I became a trainer, and I started building my own team. From someone who was learning, I would slowly become someone who could lead. And in just 4.5 years, I became one of the youngest managers with results I once never thought were possible. There's one quote from Mr. Bill Lee that changed the way I think. If you come here to make money, don't do it. If you come here to learn, I will help you go from ordinary to extraordinary. I realized I didn't stop because I was good. I stopped because I gave myself a chance. And if someone who knew nothing, who had no confidence, who started from zero like me, can get where I am today, then I truly believe you can too.
Will Đạt Trần, the top producer, please come to the stage?
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Anbin, for that amazing video. And thank you, everyone. 4 years ago, I never thought I could stand here today. And today I'm standing here because I make one decision. And that video is the highlight of my journey. But let me show you what's the happen behind my journey. You ready? Yeah. All right. But before that, let me ask you a question. How many of you here are waiting for the right time to start? Raise your hand. Just a few? Nobody? It's okay. I used to be the same, waiting until I feel ready. But I realized that moment never comes. I'm Đạt Trần, the youngest senior managing director of IA. And maybe your success is just one decision away. And let me share with you my journey, how from ordinary people to extraordinary, okay? All right? So that was me, 21 years old. You like my hair? That's how I started, 21 years old. Just a college student and work part-time at the restaurant and boba shop. And be honest, at that time, I got no plan, no direction. And be honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I have a question. I always ask myself, what next after I graduate? Because I have one burning goal. I want to retire my mom as soon as possible. I want to give her a better life. Because I know at my age, I still have 10 years, 15 years to become successful, right? But she cannot. She's getting older every year, right? And I don't want to, when I success and she's not there to see me. So that's why I'll try my best. But I don't know how long I can make it happen. And because of this question, I make one decision. And that decision, they tell me I knew I have to start. I had to start, right? And that decision led me to one place. And this is my IA first event in Chicago back in 2021. At that time, I'm not just seeing an opportunity. I saw a path, a system, a vision, and a mission. And it totally changed the way I think about my future, how I saw my future. Okay? And you know what? Because of that, after I go back, I'm trying to follow the system. I go to all the training. I complete my smart exchange, and then I go to field training because the field training is just like an internship that's helped me learn as soon as possible. See that? And from here, I go with all the agent and the trainer of IA to learn. And also, I try to dress professional too. But my hair is still the same. Just like put the bow and you cut it. Right? And I start to invite and recruit like people too. But my circle is just young people. It's just young people. You see? And I go back because I know sometime in life it'll be like that, right? Because that's my circle. But when I start, it's not just hard in the business. It's work hard at home too. Nobody support me. My family does not support me. And they tell my mom, why you let Đạt do this? Why you let him do like insurance, become insurance agent? This is a scam. Tell him continue school and just get a degree and get a job. Why not? And my mom, she cried a lot. She cried every time she hear about that. But I know she cried not because she not love me, it's because she's scared I may fail. Right?
Yeah.
But I make a promise to her. Give me 2 years. If I fail, I'm going to go back to school. I make a decision. So no matter what happens, I'll commit with I for 2 years. Because I know sometimes you don't need to be ready to start. You just need to start to be ready, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know what? In just 6 months, I'll become the youngest managing director of I. And it's not because I'm special. It's because I have the right people to guide me, to help me. And yes, doubt is still continue. No one believes in me. You're too young. You don't deserve it. You're not ready. And I hear that so many things. I'm start asking myself a question. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not good enough. But lucky, 3 people there. They believe in me and it changed everything. Chitara, she always support me, give me food a lot. And he tell me one thing. Don't try to change the thing you cannot change. That's your age. You're 21, how come you become 31, 41, or 51 in the business, right? But what you can change here, right? And then Bill told me one thing I never forget. You just saw that. If you come here to make money, don't do it. But if you come here to learn, forget about money. I will help you from ordinary to extraordinary. And at your age, he told me straight, hey, you know what? At your age, you need to take at least 7 to 10 years to become successful in this business. And just think like you go to I University. But when you graduate, you can build your $1 million income.
Yes.
And because of that, I'm stopped asking. I'm stopped chasing for money. But I'm start chasing growth. You see, they just not give me a confidence, they give me a chance. Because sometimes you just need a chance and you just need someone believe in you before you believe in yourself. Right? And when I go back, so instead of look people wrong, it's okay, it's life. I choose to grow. When I go back, I try to read a book. I hate reading book, you know what? My English is not good. But I have to. 1 page every day. But I'll try to figure out another thing. I listen to audiobook. That helped me a lot. And not only that, I book a flight to fly out to Florida, Houston every month, 3 to 4 days every month. Because at that day, and we'll have Super Sunday, Super Saturday, so that's why I fly out and learn. It's not because I have money. I borrow money from my mom too. And I max out my credit card. But I know to become better, to have a different life, I have to become a different person. I have to do something different. And sometimes we need to pay the price first, right? That's how we do it. So no result, a lot of doubt. That is the most time that people gonna quit. But I didn't. I didn't. Because I have an environment. The people is helping me and guide me. And this is exactly how I grow. I show up, I learn, I apply, and I repeat it. Again, and again. So, after this, when I go back, December 2022, when I go back, I start to enhance my skill. This is how I apply. When I go back, I start to present a small event and small offers, little by little. And this is Mr. Bill. He helped me everywhere he can. This time he helped me to fix the projector. And I don't even know that I'm gonna be on stage and talk, but he just tell me that come up and talk. That's how he did. But I never say no to him because I know he's gonna back my back, right? That's why I'll always say yes to him. And where you can find a seal like that, it's only in I. Thank you, and Bill. You say, you don't need to have a result. You just need someone believe in you. But lucky, at that year, my results start coming a little bit. You know what? At that time, I learned something. Small win build my confidence. And that has helped me continue to grow. And in 2023, things start to change now. I'm start building, I'm start leading, I'm start growing. You see, it's here. I'm start to expand to different ethnic and American people, even though my list is not good. And we opened our first IA office in California and downtown. And this is my mom and my uncle. Now they have me. So that tells me this is the truth, right? And because of that, it told me something that the decision I made 2 years ago was right.
Yes.
Right? But nothing easy. A few months later, yes, a lot of people quit too. Right? And also all of my recruit young people, they quit too. And at that time, I wanna quit too.
Yeah.
But you know what? But I look back, my goal is still there. My mom is still there waiting for me. I have to keep going, no matter what happens. That's my desire, right? And in March 2023, the challenge begins. And then I stepped into the next challenge. It's called Business Introduction Presentation Battle Competition. I have to battle over with 250 people. It's uncomfortable. It is scary. But it's necessary. I have to do it anyway. Because I know successful is not happening inside your comfort zone. It's happening outside your comfort zone. So I decided to step out my comfort zone. I joined the competition. And Jenny was my coach at that time. And she told me one thing. She teaches me a lot. Thank you, Jenny. And she told me one thing. Every time you show up, you have to be different. And that pushed me. Because I practiced present already, right? So that's why I try to listen to audiobook like all day now. It's not in the morning anymore. All day audiobook, BIB, audiobook, BIB every day. Even I'm asleep. When I sleep and my wife told me, when I wake up, why are you still working? Just like that. Even in my dream too, I'm still talk about BIB. See that? Right? So I'm keep practicing, keep going and keep going. And then we have a boot camp, right? So I go to every training and every boot camp. You see, we have about 36,000 hour season training, right? I've been there. I learned for over 36,000 hours to get here. Some boot camp I go already, but I come back. You know why? It's not about learning something again. It's about applying. Every time I go, I'm volunteer to become assistant because I know to become an assistant, I'm going to learn the most. And little by little, step by step, I become a leader and I become a trainer. And at this time, every day I listen, I look at my vision board too. I look at my goal. It motivates me to keep going and continue. And you know what? The result start to come. That is how much I make that year. And not only that, I become the first place of that competition too.
Yes!
But the thing I'm most proud of, I can make my mom dream come true. I bring home with me, go to IA mission trip, training lab 2020. She happy. Now my family happy. Right? So, and then that momentum is keep building up for me. So that's when I learned. When you keep going, momentum is gonna start working for you, right? And at that day, I'm start keep going, keep building. I go to Seattle, Florida, Atlanta, Houston, wherever I have a team member, I have to go there to help them to build a team. Not only that, the world change, I change too. I have to try social media. Is that scary? Yes. I'm shy in front of camera and people too, but I have to. I have to do it. And also, I start my YouTube channel too. Don't forget to follow me. All right. And last year, I'm qualified for F&G top producer trip for last year. And also, top recruiter of IA. And first time at the judge table with Nathan, Jenny, and Quiz. Thank you so much, Angie, for helping me at that time. You see, in IA, even though we're not in the same team, but we always back every time. See, they always help me and give me, advice for me to grow. And yes, I become the youngest senior managing director of IA at that time. So that means I will have more responsibility to help more people to win. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, and then you know what? But how I did it? Because I show up, I learn, I apply, and I repeat it again, and again. The momentum is gonna build your success. All right? And then December 2024, I become a father. And it changed again. Right? Next time it changed again. And I realized something. I'm not gonna do it for me anymore. I'm doing it for my family. I'm gonna do it for the people that need my help. And you see, while I become a father, but I still volunteer to go to BIB boot camp to help out because I know a lot of people need help. I have to go. And luckily, what I just built for the last 4 years, I was built something stable before life required. And my wife here, she don't need to worry about financial. She stay home. She could stay home and take care of our kids. And I have to say thank you to my wife for always supporting me. And last week we just this is my first one. The second one just come out last week. But she tell me you have to go because we have a same mission and vision. She always support me. You see, and that's why. And at that time, I truly understand what this business can do. That's why I'm Bill saying you come here just to sell, don't do it. You come here because you want to build something as called you build a business. And this business will give you financial freedom. Because when you build, you just not make money. You will create financial freedom.
Yes.
Right? And 2025, do you remember the promise I made to my mom? Long time ago, people thought I quit school already and I'm just internal agent, right? But in May 2025, I'm graduating. I got 2 degrees, Master of Architecture and the business. But at the same time, I will build my IA business for the last 4 years. And this is my result for the last 7 months. It's over $900,000. You see? But that's not what I'm proud of. But what I'm proud of is who I become to get there. I choose to grow. I'm not chasing money. Right? So, but people, they don't see the result. They just see the result. They don't see the process, the doubt, the day I want to quit, and the fear inside. But it's okay. It's life. Right? Because at the end of the day, don't worry about what people say. Because you do it for yourself, you do it for your family, and you do it for your people. The people that need your help. So I stay consistent, keep going, and don't give up. But how I did it? I show up, I apply, I show up, I learn, I apply, and I repeat it. That's how I did it. Right? And I just want to say this. I didn't wait for an opportunity. I created it. And if a 21 years old like me, no experience, no connection, no nothing, broken English, can stand here today, that means one thing. You don't need to be special. You just need to start and learn. Because opportunity don't wait. Don't come to people who wait. It's come to people who take action. And you did it by showing up today. Right? And nothing about my story is special. I'm not special. But the only difference is I decided to start. So the question is, will you start? And if I can do it, and you can do it, next year.
Top producer in production, but he also top producer in baby. And that, you know what? You deserve this more than ever.
Yes, yes.
And I'd like to present this to you, Regional Managing Director. Today, you see that speak very confidently. But rewind back about 4 years ago. It's not like that. And his English is not that good too. One thing about him that he had recruited a lot of his friends, all his friends quit. All his friends quit. In fact, a lot of his friends, I truly believe, have much capability than him. Smarter than him too. But they all quit. So in this business, it's not about how good you are. It's about how persistent you are. As you hear him speak, there are many times he want to quit. Trust me. When you recruit a lot of friends in and they leave you one after another, but they talk negatively, it drags you down, isn't it? But many times I told him, you're too young. For you to be successful in this is a very small chance. You just need to learn. I told him in order for you to be successful here, you have to be around 30 years old. So learn in the next 9 to 10 years. Just treat this like an IAA university that's gonna develop you to become a better version of yourself. If you focus on that, you will make it. If you don't focus on that, you chase after money, you're done. I told him 9 to 10 years, but today it's only 4 years. And as you see, last year, 260 something thousand for. Why? He go for master architecture, he graduate, his 4 years, 5 years, 6 year degree. He still do this part-time, by the way. Part-time. In fact, he's only started full-time, I think, last year. Learning this part-time, first year he make, I believe about 56,000 if I'm not wrong. Why learning the business? But it's stressful sometimes. It's stressful because it's not about the money you make. It's not stressful, but it's about the people that negatively about the business. When you try to create an opportunity for them and introduce them, they talk you out. One thing about him, he knew he need to learn. His Vietnamese, his English, but you know what? One thing I like about him, he don't want to create nothing. Every script I give it to him, I said, just practice the script. Here's my video. This is how I present. Just practice. If you practice like this, you'll be number one. In fact, he is number one presenter when in that battle. And all he did, he just happy. Just like I said, in this business, you don't have to be wow. You just need to be coachable and willing to learn. Because maybe you're very good in what you've been doing, but this is new to you. You have to learn. The problem is you're too smart, you're too good, you think you're somebody, you don't want to learn. You don't want to go to sit in with average, ordinary people to learn. You see yourself a higher level. That's the problem. At the end of the day, it's not about you here, but you barely make it in life. It's about success and happiness. That's what matters. And here is setting an example. We prove it to you. And as you see, I talk about culture, vision, belief this morning. We believe in people like him. That can be somebody amazing. Did I prove it to you? Did I prove it to you?
Yes!
If he can do it, you can do better. Only if you will to learn and coachable. All right? Once again, thank you very much.